So, we're taking off. This is crazy.
This is crazy.
Convergent critical rhetoric. That's what we decided to call it, right?
Yes.
This is the first step in convergent critical rhetoric. You realize that, right? This
is it. This is us talking to the convergent side, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's good. We're engaging on multiple levels, I hope, and so that's the idea. That's the convergent part.
Yeah.
You know, like what's critical about this project? Do we even know yet?
That's. I think for me, coming into it, the questions we're asking, the direction we're going, gives us kind of that, like we're looking at critical rhetoric and we're engaging in critical rhetoric. I think hopefully somewhere we're making McCarrow and McGee proud. And so, that it's not enough just to, examine the texts. It's, to participate in the discourse, and it's night zero, as you said, and here we are, and part of engaging in the discourse is talking about this, and before we go, and I mean, for me, I half expect one of those life-changing experiences, but when you expect those life-changing experiences, you kind of go in with a weighted,
like when here any minute, here, that was it, no, that's not it, it's coming up, that sort of thing. But. And
so, I mean, it's gonna be interesting, but I think. We're talking about it, and we're going to talk about it at every phase. And so this is, blog number one from the field, and the field being your lovely living room.
You like this? This is a nice imported couch from Nevada. It's nice.
So is there anything you want to say to the fans at home? Hi, Bud and Bob and Nick.
Everyone, and and all the students, hopefully. And I plugged this whole bit to the students, so hopefully they'll be watching as we go along here, and stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have something good along the way.
Yes.
And
living texts first moment.
Yes, this really is it.
Yeah.
This is it. So stay tuned, folks. Here we come.
Yep.
NYC.
2011.
What? Okay, don't put that in. Don't put that in. That's terrible. When you haven't slept very much in 48 hours, it takes many takes to make this happen. So
punchy, yes.
Punchy, yes.
A little
punchy. And I'll tell you, the thing that's funny about the punchy is, and I don't know if you feel this, but like there's that general excitement about all of this. Like I mean, I felt like on a high of sorts, where like we're here. We're running around, Lower Manhattan. We're right next to the World Trade Center, and everything is just amazing, right? And then in a couple of days, that emotion is going to be exactly different. Like it's going to be, this was the worst day of my life. This is and all of that's going to kick in, and it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. It is weird because you're riding this high and you don't know whether it's sleep deprivation or actual, like, I'm doing this incredible project thing.
Yeah.
And so you have this moment of, wow, I'm really tired and I cannot believe that I just said what I said.
Yeah.
And then there's this, oh my God, I just walked by, building 1 of the new World Trade Center, and it's like 3/4 of the way up.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, it's intense, and then we're seeing all those memorials everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it feels like we have this plan for the things that we have to capture. We have to get this, we have to get that, and now that we're here, that's multiplied. Like there's there's that cross. Oh, we should get that. There's this. There's this little makeshift bunch of flowers that someone left at the firefighters memorial. We've got to get that. And it's never ending.
And it's funny because the only conversations I've had to this point have been with other media professionals. And so like I talked to those guys that were making the documentary today, talked to a couple of people downstairs about being journalists. Alix and I were sitting in the lobby when NBC came in to film on the top of the building, and so it's weird because we've got this convergent critical rhetoric piece thing going on, and the part of the convergent piece of it has been so far, we're talking to other people who are here to shoot it.
In a way, yeah. that like we've converged with these other journalists, like, and that we're going to be lumped in with them.
Yeah. They're everywhere.
Yeah, and there are cameras, like the same camera, like that camera is everywhere. And
very literally that model of camera.
That's what I'm saying, right? And so like we're out there doing that same work, but there are these journalists that are doing, you know, the same thing, the same device, asking sometimes the same question, you know, where were you on September 11th? Well, what does it mean to you? And then what we've got this other project, you know, and to differentiate ourselves from, you know, a journalist that's looking for the nightly news clip that's maybe 8 minutes total. You know, even if it's a half an hour total, you know, they're not looking. I wouldn't believe at the scope that we are, and it's just different. And but I feel like when we're going to ask people that question, you know, oh, you know, what channel are you with, is going to be the response.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. Or you know, what company are you with,
right.
or you know, and to pull out so far it has been kind of awkward to pull out a university business card and been like, I'm a university professor, and like, really, what are you doing here? You know, what are you doing here with a camera?
Yeah. And so that whole process is going to be, it's going to be weird.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see how people on the street, like tourists that we want to interview, how they perceive us, if they perceive us differently at all, or I don't know, that whole process. But here we are.
And it's moving, and it's almost got its own momentum at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it's moving without us. Like, we need to keep up with it.
Which is crazy. It also moves without us because they're still building stuff out there. Like, I don't know if they probably can't pick this up in terms of the camera, but like there's a hum of construction noise going on, and that when we first got here, one of the things that I noticed downstairs, I looked out my window and I saw in the other hotel room, I saw someone connecting a banner across a chain link fence that was like 9/11 Memorial is this way, just directing like foot traffic, and so like the final touches are being put on the memorial right now, and so it's humming as much as we're humming right along, and that's just.
And the whole thing is happening, and it's happening all around us, and we would be remiss at this point not to put a camera on it, not to talk to people about it, not to. We're here, and I think that was part of the hardest part about this whole thing to this point was just getting here, and now that we're here, it just got so much more and so much bigger, and now that we're here, it's like that first obstacle, which seemed so hard, was nothing. Because now we're here.
And what's next?
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Indeed.